so much is happening in terms of energy we can feel everywhere with our emotions. We are purifying timelines, past lives and standards that need to go. The way we do this is to recognize what comes up, accepting it for what it is, and then make a different choice. Many are tired of reprocess the same things repeatedly. Good. This is a great place to be because it is from that point of view you can change it. The time has come to practice your mastery. Once you understand that each person creates the hologram itself, the very personal reality, then you can begin to master the changes in their perceptions and results. Think of every emotion as a frequency on a radio dial. If you do not like what they are hearing, then change station. We do this by focusing on what we want in our lives. The other day, I felt really insecure about my marriage, insecure about my physical body, insecure with the fact that love and be loved. It made me feel terrible and went into victimization, wanting to blame my husband's feelings. Fortunately, I did not, but instead, really looked at it and realized that it was the old patterns emerging to be released. Moreover, it was a pretty eye-opening, because I remember the first years of our marriage being full of misunderstandings, because I was not well with me. I saw how it could create drama, just in an attempt to assuage my fears and insecurities. Fortunately I grew up, after this need, as they worked to love me more and thus celebrate 22 years of marriage in July. So while I faced with these emotions that made me feel unworthy, I decided I did not want to be in that reality frequency. I said to myself, very clearly, that I did not need to feel this way, and I was going to the reality that loved me and I feel loved and whole, and it worked. I felt changed. Just a bit of stimulation, first, that way I stated the fact that I wanted again, and then felt more change. The density of the previous frequency rose as did the feeling of being inadequate. This is a skill that we are remembering this journey and that goes against all programming and conditioning to which we are exposed in our lifetime. We have the power to change our frequency, at any time, and it literally changes the reality in which we find ourselves. We are already doing this in many ways. When we are depressed, we call a friend, talk in social media, we watch videos of cats, read, watch TV, go out, meditate, do exercises or take a bath, etc. We do whatever it takes to change energy. Much of our things come to the fore to help us practice the skill, and it takes practices and patience. Every time we moved, we are reminding us of who we are, while dominate our energy. Part of mastering the process itself is to see that everything is for your highest good, and release what should or should not. You realize that everything is there to help them if they choose to see it that way. I had a client recently who told me about a change in their perception that occurred while watching a TV program. She told me, I know I should not watch TV, but she was watching a program about a good guy versus a bad boy when she found that the good guys were not at all good and the bad guys were not at all bad. It helped to free trial and see clearly the duality. How it is wonderful. Since January I watched every season of Grey's Anatomy on Netflix. Because it helped me to cry. I realized that my mind turned to watch the show whenever I felt suffocated inside but unable to release. The program would always make me cry. It turned into this incredible release hiccup soul. It was exactly what I needed. However, if I had just spoken to me, you should not watch TV, I would have missed an incredible opportunity to cure. When you catch yourself saying to yourself, I should or should not really look and see who created this rule. This energy that is coming is very intense and destabilizing. It shakes up our heart and exposes everything that is not in alignment, so that we can fix it and change the frequency vibration in which we find ourselves. Moreover, in physically destabilized, old health issues are coming to us to look at it again, double-check the lessons he taught us and see any lingering fears that followed a health crisis. Very few of us have chosen to begin the process of awakening through many problems, serious health, and literally changed everything. Look at what is now emerging and the thoughts and fears that you have associated to it. Then again, choose how you look at it, and this change in perception will literally change their frequency. I worked with a client the other day who was getting messages that she needed to eat meat, and this should be a change of diet for her. The guides confirmed that with such energy that she needs the meat anchoring because she was literally floating out of your body. I also had to change my diet in recent months to include meat. My higher self told me that I needed to eat animal products, as they help anchor our bodies in a way that other foods that serve to anchor such as potatoes, could not do. Finally I heard after my third fall. I was running up the body instead of being fully anchored. This is not safe and causes back pain increase, as the body struggles to anchor themselves. When I fell of the stairs, my highest respect me questioned about why I ignore the body's needs, and it was then that I realized I was repeating the thoughts to have a high vibration, I do not eat meat. While this may be true, and being vegetarian definitely helped me clarify and open up in these moments need to eat meat until they no longer need. Respect what the body needs to succeed, regardless of belief systems, is to practice your mastery. Now is the time to suspend judgment. Judgment of themselves and others, what is good versus bad, or right versus wrong. None of them exist in any form. Everything just is. When we are going to trial, look and see where they came from, thoughts and beliefs. Each person is here to experience exactly what your soul needs to grow. Who are we to judge what appears to be? Suspend all judgments of how you think that this process should happen, how you are progressing personally in comparison with others. No one is on the same journey as you. Each of us has different needs and goals. Keeping the standards will impede progress. Practice your mastery means that you do exactly what is right for you, regardless of the thoughts and opinions of others, even one's own thoughts. Honoring the soul and see that everything is ready to help us in some way. So, watch TV or not. Eat meat or not, to exercise or not. Meditate or not. Do what your heart tells you these moments without thinking twice. It is respect and practice their mastery. Do not forget that we are works in progress, as we release our limitations, beliefs and fears. They are comfortable with themselves and with others, as we remember who we are. Much love and blessings to all of you, and I thank all who share this work.